Hello, you are welcome to Company and Partnership Law class. Today, we look at session 6 of Unit 5. That's the last session for Unit 5. It's on flotation. By the end of this session, you should be able to tabulate the three main parties involved in flotation. List and explain the methods of flotation. Explain how securities are placed with issuing house. And lastly, explain why non-renounceable right issue may also be a proportional right issue. Parties involved in flotation of company securities. We have the company itself. We have the company itself, which is issuing the securities. We have the target security holders. So anytime a company is issuing a security, the company has a target group or target security holders that it wants to sell or issue the shares to. The target security holders could be prospective security holders or existing security holders. It can be a group of people that the company wants to sell its securities to. It could also be the employment or the customers of the company. We have the issuing house. The issuing house includes the brokers, the merchant banks, the investment trust companies. These are the issue houses, or they all fall under issue house. Methods of flotation. We are now going to discuss the various methods of flotation of shares. We will start with direct offer to the public. Here, once the company has finished its initial preparation, all the necessary documents are intact, the company will now issue to the general public. You also have the sale of issue house for resale. So the company will issue the shares or security to an issue house for the purpose that the issuing house will resell those securities. And most of the times, the company will sell the security to the issuing house at a discount, and the issuing house will sell it at a higher price. So the issuing house will get a profit, which is the margin between the amount which they bought the securities against the amount they sold to the general public. Now, so let's assume that the shares were issued to the issuing house at 100 cedis, and then they sold it at 130. You are getting a difference of 30 cedis, which is your gain. So because they are gaining, or because they are buying at a lower price and selling at a higher price, they bear the risk. They bear the risk in case they are not able to sell the securities. You also have the renounceable right issue. With renounceable right issue, its basis will start from the fact that when there's a variation of rights or class rights, it tends to diminish the voting rights or the proportion in which members receive dividends. Now, under renounceable right issue, the company will issue a letter or will send a letter to the existing security holders inviting them to purchase a new securities that are available. So those new securities that the company wants to issue, the existing security holders will be invited to take up those securities. And in the letter, it will contain an option that allows the existing security holders to dispose of their right to purchase the new security to any other person of their choice. And the renounceable right issue, we have two types. We have the proportional right issue and open right offer. With the renounceable right issue or the proportional right issue, here the new securities are given to or issued to the existing security holders in proportion of their existing security holdings, or the shareholding. So let's assume that the company wants to issue 100 shares. Now we have shareholders A, B, we have C. A has 60%, B has 20%, C also has 20%, or in percentage. Now the company wants to issue 100 shares. If you are going by the proportional right issue, it means that each person, A will have to take 60%, B will have to take 20%, C will have to take 20. There's 20, let me write it well. 20. So it will be issued in proportion to the existing shareholding. When it comes to, so they will be exercising their preemption rights, the right of first refusal. When it comes to the open right offer, here this is what we mean. If after the company allotting those shares in the proportion of the existing shareholders, some of them are not able to take up the full shares issued to them or allotted to them. For instance, assuming that A took all the 60, B took all the 20, C took only 5. It means that there will be outstanding 15 shares which has to be taken. These 15 shares will now be given to B and A if they are willing to take, so that they will share it as well. Now when it comes to placing security with issuing house, here is similar to that of sales of issuing house for resale. With this method, the company will issue the shares or the securities to the issuing house at a lower price. In this regard, we have two types: the bought deal and best endeavor deal. With a bought deal, the issuing house will purchase the shares or the security at a lower price and sell it at a higher price. Any gain that the issuing house will get, the issuing house will keep it, because they are selling it at a higher price more than what they bought. They bear the risk if they are not able to sell all the securities i.e. the shares. With best endeavor deal, the company gives the securities to the issuing house. The issuing house would try to use its best skills and endeavor to ensure that the clients or the customers of the company buys the security. In case they are not able to sell all those securities, they will now send those shares back to the company. Hence, for them, they don't bear any risk. No risk for this. If you are going by this style, no risk. So in that, they only receive a small commission as well. So no risk. Issue. Remember that because of the nature of, let me go back small. Because of the nature of the renounceable, the public can get access. So the general public can get access to the shares. I forgot to mention it. So it is possible the general public will get access to the shares or the security. Now, when it comes to non-renounceable right issue of public companies, the new shares will be allotted to the existing security holders. Letters will be sent to the existing security holders to take up the new shares. It will also be either in proportion right issue or open right offer. The only difference is that it does not contain any option to renounce the share or dispose it to other person. Owing to this, the general public cannot get access to this. If they are going by this method, the general public cannot get access to those securities, i.e. the shares. So these are the methods in which shares or securities are made available to the general public. By way of summary, we have discussed the parties involved in flotation. We mentioned the company, the target market. So here should be involved, not involved. The company, the issuing house, the target security holders are the main parties involved in flotation, and we also discussed the various methods of flotation. We indicated that sale to the issuing house for resale is similar to placing securities with issuing house.